welcome everybody to Feast of Tabernacles. As always, we're going to start off with Colossians 3 and 17. Colossians 3 and 17. And it says, whatsoever that I do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. So all that we do and say will be in the name of the anointed Savior. We give thanks to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob forever, for everything. He's worthy to be praised for everything. So it's glad to be here for this last day of the Feast of Tabernacles. And we'll go through a few scriptures before the time to eat. It's a feast, right? So I hope we welcome everybody that's on the conference call. Welcome. Is everything okay? We're going to start off with Deuteronomy 16. We'll start at verse 13. Deuteronomy 16 and 13. This is the last day. Some of this we covered on the first day, so we're going to start at Deuteronomy 16 and 13. It says, Thou shalt observe the Feast of Tabernacles 7 days. After that thou hast gathered in thy corn and thy wine. And thou shalt rejoice in thy feast, thou and thy son, and thy daughter, and thy manservant, and thy maidservant, and the Levite, the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow that are within thy gates. So this is a time that we feasted. Did you see? Everyone together. Say, 7 days shalt thou keep a solemn feast unto the Most High thy power in the place which the Most High thy shall choose. Because the Most High thy power shall bless thee in all thine increase, and in all the works of thine hands. Therefore thou shalt surely rejoice. It's supposed to be a time of happiness. So this is a spirit that during these times, these holy convocations, a lot of times you see Satan come through and he want to bring some havoc or something happen during the time that we're supposed to be rejoicing during our holy convocations. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to be in the spirit to know how to detect Satan, especially during this time. You know, throughout my time in the truth, I've found that a lot of these things are prevalent, especially for those that, you know, are new. You be dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction, a lot of things start happening that you're not really aware of, because you don't want to see the rejoicing of us coming back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High and following His holy convocations. So we're supposed to just a time of rejoicing. Verse 16, Deuteronomy 16 and 16, it says, 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Most High thy power, in the Mashiach Yahushai thy power, in the place which He shall choose. In the feast of unleavened bread, that's during the time of the Passover, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles, what we're honoring right now, the last day. And they shall not appear before the Most High empty. So he means you're supposed to bring some type of offering during this time. If you don't, you're supposed to be able to have something contained, so that when it comes, you'll have something to give. It says, every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Most High thy power, which He hath given thee. Okay? So everybody's supposed to, you know, give as they are able to give, as the Most High has blessed us. It's very important. That's the law. You know, so a lot of people, they downplay what the Most High is saying here, but it says you're going to see that this is forever. Forever. We're rehearsing right now, so these are the things that we're supposed to be rehearsing. And rejoicing. Leviticus 23 and 33. Leviticus 23 and 33. And the Most High, what Mashiach Yahushai spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High. Okay? On the first day shall be in holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be in holy convocation unto you. And that's what we're honoring now. The 8th day, the last day of the holy convocation. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. It is a solemn assembly, meaning a gathering. We're supposed to come together. And ye shall do no servile work therein. Means you get off knowing these holy convocations, you can go to shieldofwisdom.com, and the holy convocation and the new moon dates are on there, so you can look on there and find out when these dates are and prepare ahead of time. You know, extra job to have these days off. When you have sick days, to use those sick days for that time, or vacation, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Let's jump down to verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. So we was having a good time rejoicing for 7 days. It says, and ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever. Read it again. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. One more time for understanding. It says, it shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. That's what he told us to do. Exodus 34 and 22. So it's very important that we follow, and since we're rehearsing, the righteous acts of the Most High. In this land of drawing waters of all kind of philosophies, at least we're trying to come back to follow the right way of the Most High that he told us to do. And we can't do it. There's no excuse someone say you can't. It's just people that's wicked. They don't want to do what the Most High said. You think he did all this for nothing? That's what people are saying. You have to follow that now because we in captivity. So what? We still here doing it. We all here doing it. We honoring it. In captivity. God? Yeah. Exodus 34 and 22. And thou shalt observe the feast of weeks, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering after year's end. Thrice, 3 times in the year, shall all your men children appear before the Most High power, the power of Israel. That's what he's saying. So let's look at 2 Corinthians. Because this is like when we gathered our crops and the Most High made us stay in booths for 7 days in the wilderness. And all this really is symbolic for our power of Mashiach Yahushua coming back to deliver. Let's read 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, and we're going to read verse 2. It says, for he said, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I secured thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. It's going to be a day of salvation. You know, when the Mashiach Yahushua come back to deliver us. You know, this is like a harvest. When you look at a harvest in autumn, I might say, where we harvest our crops and so forth. And the Mashiach Yahushua will come back and bring that beautiful, excellent, magnificent harvest of reaping the children of Israel out of captivity in the 4 corners of the earth. Let's look at Zechariah. Let's go to Zechariah. And I'm just going to go through this. It's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to go through Zechariah, the 12th chapter, and the 13th and the 14th chapter. It says, Zechariah 12:1, the burden of the word of the Most High for Israel, said the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which stretched forth the heavens, and layeth the foundation of the earth, and formeth the spirit of man within it. It says, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege, both against Judah and against Jerusalem, when they come against us. It says, and in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome, stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. So all the people of the earth will be gathered against it. That's why you look at Psalms 83rd chapter, the enemy of the Most High, but they came together to take our name out of existence. It says, in that day, said the Most High, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and their rider with madness. All their vehicles that they have in this time, in that time, in this time, wherever it is, He's going to make sure that the horses are astonished, meaning their vehicles going to be malfunctioning, and the rider going to be, he going to vex them with madness. He's going to be losing their mind. And I will open mine eyes upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness, make them so they can't see. So, and the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength, and the Most High about show Mashiach Yahushai of hosts their power. We're going to depend on him. That's why I keep saying, he's the only hope we have. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like an heart of fire among the wood. It's going to be like fire among wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheep. And they shall devour all the people round about, on the right hand and on the left. And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. Hallelujah. It says, and the Most High, Mashiach Yahushai, also shall save the tents of Judah first. They know he's going to save Judah first. The so-called Negroes, he's going to save the so-called Negroes first, who represent the tribe of Judah, scattered among all people, all nations. That the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. That's why he's going to raise up Judah. As you can see, most of the time you see most of the brothers that's coming up, and the leaders are of Judah. Because he said he's going to raise Judah up first. That the other nations within our nation of Israel don't magnify themselves against us. So in that day shall the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushai, defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble, the weakest one among them at that day shall be as David, going to be as King David, mighty warriors. And the house of David shall be as the Most High, going to be like Mashiach Yahushai. So Judah going to be just like Mashiach Yahushai, as the angel of the Most High before them. Going to be like an angel, have that power like an angel. So it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. All the nations that come against us, he's going to seek to destroy them. Now you got these pope-choppy pastors and so forth thinking it's talking about the people that's in Israel now. No, it's not talking about the land of Israel. He got to destroy that place. He's going to burn it up and refine it and make it perfect for the new Jerusalem to come down and sit in the Middle East. Because fire is a purifying element that he's going to use to cleanse the lands that he's going to have us in. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplications. And they shall look upon me, whom they have pierced. Who they pierced? They pierced the Mashiach Yahushai, and they shall mourn for him as one mourning for his only son, and shall be in bitterness for him, as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn. See, that's why I say, when you look at you loving the Mashiach Yahushai, then you're going to be in bitterness for what the things that they're doing and piercing him all the way into this day. Without a shadow of a doubt. Just what's happening. Piercing him. It don't matter how he look. What difference do it make? Just as long as he died for me. It says, in that day shall there be a great mourning in Jerusalem, as the mourning of Hadadrim in the valley of Megiddo. And the land shall mourn, every family apart. Yeah, that's every family gonna be apart. The family of the house of David apart, and their wives apart. They're not gonna be together. And the family of the house of Nathan apart, and their wives apart. And the family of the house of Levi apart, and their wives apart. The family of Shemaiah apart, and their wives apart. All the families that remain, every family apart, and their wives apart. So they're going to be separated. Chapter 13. In that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. And we're coming back to that now. And coming back to the laws, the statutes, commandments of the Most High allows us to have His mercy and grace. His mercy and grace is for the children of Israel. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Most High power of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land. All these names of these idols out of the land. And they shall no more be remembered. Hallelujah. And also I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirit to pass out of the land. So all these false prophets and idolatry that people are believing in and bowing down and worshiping is going to be cut out. And it shall come to pass that when any shall yet prophesy, then his father and his mother that begat him shall say unto him, when a man is prophesying, think about this now, thou shalt not live, but thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord. Thou speakest lies by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. And his father and his mother that begat him shall trust him through when he prophesied. I mean, you have that now. How our parents are against what it is that we're dealing with and learning the true truth of the Bible, and not what religions have taught our people. From the Latin word relego, meaning to hold back, to keep down or restrain you from the truth. So when you come with something that's contrary to what everybody's been quote unquote following, then what you're going to do? You're going to be stuck with the ordinary, I call it secular churches, their doctrines and so forth. Because it's not dealing with the truth. Else you would know that you were Israelite. Everybody would know that we scattered among our nation. You wouldn't know that the chosen people of the Most High is Israel. You would know the characteristics of the Most High. And not try and put him in this box of all love. You would know that he's the one that's doing the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, the fires, visiting all over the world. That's his power. When you don't get no power, they call him Mother Nature. They call him El Nino, La Nina, little boy, little girl. Such insults. That's why the Most High going to come back with this fire and burn people up. As it's saying, as it is written. Verse 4. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed, every one of his vision, when he hath prophesied. Neither shall they wear a rough garment to the sea. Yeah. They're not going to wear a rough garment to the sea. At that time, it was like, a garment of hair, like John the Baptist. He was out there with, a garment made of hair. It says, but he shall say, I am no prophet. He's going to deny a prophet because his vision going to be null and void. I am an husband. I'm a farmer. For man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. Going to change his profession from a preacher to a farmer. And one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in thine hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. And that's what happened to a Mashiach Yahushua. Who turned him in? His friends. Judas Iscariot. This is no different than what we're dealing with. Letting us know that our friends going to bring wounds upon us. That's why it says, verse 7, awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, said the Most High power of hosts. Smite the shepherds, smite the preachers, and the sheep shall be scattered. So they smote Mashiach Yahushua. This is going into a Mashiach Yahushua. They smote him. And everybody ran. Remember, Peter denied him 3 times. Last time he started cursing. Oh, that can't be him. But let you know that, yeah, he the head apostle. He cursed. Then they said, no, that can't be him. Then they had that other dialect to be able to bring him across, to bring that Yahweh move on. He said, verse 7 again, awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, said the Most High power of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn mine hand upon the little ones. He's going to turn his hand upon the little ones to bless them. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. 2/3 is the scripture that proves that the 2/3 of the Israelites are going to be cut off and die. But the third shall be left therein. So 1/3 going to be left. And I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. And this fire is talking about going through the word of the Most High and being dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction. That's why he said, in your affliction you shall seek me early. And will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is my power. Chapter 14, behold, the day of the Most High, and the Mashiach shall come, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. Meaning what we're going to get from these nations will be divided amongst us. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, meaning the houses are going to be destroyed, and the women ravished, raped, the women raped. And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Most High, Mashiach, shall go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. But I tell you all the time, Revelations 12 and 17, and the dragon, who's the serpent, who's the devil, who's Satan, who's Esau, who the Edomites, they all what color? Red. And the beast. And the dragon was wroth with the woman. The woman represents the children of Israel when you read Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a delicate and comely woman. A delicate and beautiful woman. So the serpent, the dragon, the devil, and Satan, and Esau, who was the dragon, was wroth with the woman, with Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. The remnant is that 1/3 that we just read about, of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Mashiach Yahushua, and that's us. Because where we at? We dealing with Hamashiach Yahushua in the Most High in a volume of the book. We dealing with his commandments. We're the ones coming back to the commandments in the faith in the Hamashiach Yahushua and the true testimony of him. It says, Zechariah 14 and 3. Then shall the Most High Hamashiach Yahushua go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half of it toward the south. A lot of destruction. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yeah, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah. And the Most High, my power, shall come, and all the saints with thee. That's right. And we know the saints are the children of Israel. Hallelujah. Come on. So, Zechariah 14 and 6. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Most High, and the Mashiach Yahushua, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. I mean, it's not gonna turn into darkness. Like at nighttime, it gets dark. It's not going to do that. It's going to be light continually. And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. So that's summertime and winter. That's the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. It said, and the Most High, while Mashiach shall be king over all the earth. And that day shall there be one power, and his name one. All the land shall be turned as the plain from Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem. And it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hananiel unto the king's wine presses. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction. There shall be no more destruction. But Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. I mean, he's going to bring us back to our land. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High, while Mashiach will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, all the people that's fighting against us, the 12 tribes of Israel, yes, their flesh shall consume away. Zechariah 14 and 12. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. A lot of people don't realize, you know, when you really standing for the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, that this is what they're looking for. When they come against us, because Moshe already said they come against the word, their prayers are abomination. Now here it is, he tells you that all of them that have come against us, who we have called in these last days to bring forth this truth, it says their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That sounds like nuclear destruction to me. Like that woman that was on that fence, burning up and terminated. It said, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great turmoil, uproar from the Most High shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem. And the wealth of all the heathen, listen to this, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. You hear that? This was promised to us. That's why working toward what it is that we desire in having, from what the word says, the Most High says he's going to bless us with, we can't ask for more. That's how much he loves us. And you're hearing it right now. If you believe and have faith, this is what we're looking forward to. But you got to work toward it. That's why he told us in Obadiah, the 17th verse, Obadiah 17, he says, but upon Mount Zion, Zion is another name for the children of Israel, we're his holy monument, shall be deliverance. We're going to be delivered. And there shall be holiness, pure and true. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Like he's just saying now. Who's he talking about? Verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, the prophet Obadiah. Thus said the Most High power concerning Edom, concerning the white race, the so-called white race, we might say, the Caucasian race, because all of them, just because they're white, not necessarily Caucasian, or not necessarily Edom. Now, going back to Zechariah 14, it says, verse 14 again, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. Like I said, we're going to own all their possessions. And all the heathens' possessions, as you're hearing it right now. He that have ears to hear, let him hear. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, of the ass, of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, as this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem, that come against the 12 tribes of Israel, shall even go up from year to year to worship the king. They're going to go up year to year to worship of Mashiach Yahushua, the power of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles. Now, if they're going to go every year to keep the feast of tabernacles, how is it that we don't supposed to be keeping this now? All of a sudden, you're going to come back to us, we just going to start doing it. When we get there, no, we got to rehearse right now, as it tells us in Judges 5:11. It said, it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth. Remember, he just told us 3 times a year, all males supposed to come and rejoice in the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, and the feast of tabernacles. He told us that. He said this is for generation to generation. And we're in the generation now. Verse 17 again, it says, and it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the power of hosts, Mashiach Yahushua, to the glory of the Most High, even upon them shall be no rain and be no blessing. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, that have no blessing, there shall be the plague, wherewith the Most High will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So they got to come up too. All these heathen got to come up and keep the Feast of Tabernacles. That's how important it is. But it's amazing to me how as many years that we have went over this over and over and over again, it's like all of a sudden you forget about it. You forget about these holy convocations and people just forget about it. Say, oh, the Most High know my heart. Do we really? Do we really know how you feel? Do we really know your mind? He know your mind and know you wicked. You don't want to continue to do what he told you to do. That's right. He said there's going to be no blessing upon him. It says, verse 19, this shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua. And the pots in the Lord, in the Most High's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yeah, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto the Most High power of hosts. And all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and see them therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Most High power of hosts. And the Canaanites ain't going to be able to be there no more. So let's look at Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66 chapter. Just showing you that even in the kingdom, all nations will have to come before the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua and observe the Feast of Tabernacles. Isaiah 66, excuse me. And we're going to start at 22. Isaiah 66 and 22. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, now this is in the kingdom, new heaven and new earth that he's going to make shall remain before me, said the Most High power, so shall your seed and your name remain. So shall our seed, our children, and our name remain. Where? On this earth. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another. This is in the kingdom. For one new moon is the first day of the month. We're supposed to have a feast day. We're going to still be honoring the new moons. And from one Sabbath to another, we're going to honor the Sabbath. And the holy convocation, which are Sabbaths, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Most High. It says, and they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. We're going to look at the dead bodies of the men that have transgressed, broken the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. We're going to look at these dead bodies of the men that have transgressed against the Most High, don't want to keep the holy convocation, don't want to keep the Sabbath, want to come with an excuse about the new moon. We ain't got to do that now. They're going to wait to say they're going to do it in the kingdom when you know that we're supposed to be doing these things now. Could be them. Say, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be a whoring unto all flesh. We're going to hate this. We're going to be a whoring. We're going to hate this people. Go back to Zechariah 14 and 16. It's going to be hating. I mean, you got to smell the dead body, see it, and seeing the worms never die. Zechariah 14 and 16. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king. They're going to go up to worship Mashiach Yahushua, the power of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles in the kingdom. They're going to have to do this. These other nations are going to have to do this. 1 Corinthians 15. And we're going to, Mashiach Yahushua going to come back as the Most High will, those that's worthy whose name is written in the book of life. He's going to reign 1,000 years. It tells you this in 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither does corruption inherit incorruption. So, it says, you know, flesh and blood is not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. But remember, the first kingdom is going to be the kingdom of Mashiach Yahushua to get us prepared for the Most High. Kingdom. That's going to be forever and ever 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 and ever. Non-stop, right? It says, behold, I show you a mystery. This is something that's unknown. We shall not all sleep. We not all die. But we shall be all changed. We'll be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. Meaning they'll be raised to live forever, with no corruption, no sin. And we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruptible. This corruptible body, this mortal body must put on immortality. And to have the immortality, you have to be incorruptible. And this mortal shall put on immortality. This mortal body shall put on immortality. We're going to be able to live forever and ever and ever. So when this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. So one of the last things that's going to be done away with is death. So now, look at Hebrews, the 11th chapter. Hebrews 11. And verse 9. Hebrews 11 and verse 9. I'll read verse 8. Let's talk about Abraham. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went. But he was obedient. That's why there's no excuse for not being obedient. There's no excuse. No excuse for not being obedient. By faith, he sojourned in a land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac. Little tents, he made us dwell in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. So you see, the promise was given to who? Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel. It tells us that, like, if you go to Romans, the 9th chapter, real quick, go to Romans, the 9th chapter, because, like people tell you could be an Israelite in the spirit. They say they're the Jews in the spirit, or we all the same, as far as being grafted in and so forth. This is what it says in Romans 9th chapter, verse 1. It says, I say the truth in Mashiach. I lie not. My conscience also bears me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my mind, in my heart. He's saying, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach. For my brethren, this is very key, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Say to everyone, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, meaning the Most High adopted us back to himself once the Mashiach came and shed his blood for us, for the children of Israel, and the glory of the kingdom that we just been reading about, and the covenants given to who? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel. We read Psalms 105, 8 to 10. And the giving of the law, he told us in Psalms 147, 19 to 20, show his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. That's for their judgment. They have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. The giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises. You see that? So the promises was given to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel, who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, which is your skin, which is your appearance, Hamashiach Yahushua came, who was over all, the Most High, blessed forever. So this is to the Israelites that are born Israelites from the womb. You know, not just somebody drawn in that's saying, oh, now I'm an Israelite. Why are you an Israelite? Because I'm a spiritual Israelite. I'm a spiritual Jew. Now you got to be one according to the flesh. Now they can follow everybody can follow what we're practicing as far as our culture and our, you know, what it is that we're doing. That don't make them us. See what I'm saying? That don't make them us. Let's go back to Hebrews, the 11th chapter, the 10th verse. See, for he looked for a city which have foundations, whose builder and maker is the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. Okay? Now, they didn't see it during their time. But they still had faith to believe in it. Go back to Leviticus 23rd chapter. And we're going to read verse 42 and 43. Leviticus 23. But you got to look at our ancestors. They didn't see any of the signs that we have seen, or even having the ability to go through the volume of the book. They didn't have that either. You know what I mean? They just had the law and the prophets. But they still have faith to believe in the Most High for something that's going to be thousands of years later. They still have that faith to say he believed them. Leviticus 23 and 42. Ye shall dwell in booths. That's the tabernacle. 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Read it to you again. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days during the Feast of Tabernacles. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Born Israelites shall dwell in booths. We dwell in booths for 7 days. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths, little tents, when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High, your power. Okay? That's what we did. Hosea 12 and 9. Hosea 12 and 9. And I am Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, power from the land of Egypt, will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles, as in the days of the solemn feast. So make us dwell in tents, as in the days of the solemn feast. And you look at it, like people want to say, came out of Egypt, yeah, that's when the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob made him a name. With all the plagues he put on the Egyptians, and you look at, he was plaguing them, but then we didn't have anything happening in our land. In Goshen, we didn't have nothing happening with us. And they being plagued with all those different plagues, man. That's how you're going to do this time. Only it's going to be worse, because you all this high technology that they have. And to see what the Most High going to do, all you do is look at some of their movies. Just take that and 100 times more. Because the Most High going to play with them. Right now they be touring with them in Phoenix. So they got all the chairs that they say in Phoenix be going back and forth, doing all kind of maneuvers. Like they come down, they got the crop, doing the crop circles, all the different designs. Some of them is just like Hebrew characters and so forth. They be showing out. Let's go to Matthew, the 25th chapter. Matthew 25 and 31. But see, we gotta understand when the Mashiach come back, like we have a harvest of the crops, right? We gonna be that harvest. Most High will. Coming back to harvest us from amongst all these nations, the children of Israel. Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth the sheep from the goats. So we're going to separate all these nations one from another, as a shepherd divideth the sheep from the goats. Now, who the sheep? He said in Matthew 15:24, he said, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he said it was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now, who are the sheep? Let's go back to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah. And 50th chapter, the 6th verse. Jeremiah 50 and 6. And it reads, my people, so the Most High have a special people. He said, my people have been lost sheep. Okay? Now who is his people? Verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep. Okay? That's all I want to do, just identify the sheep from the goats. Now he said, you're gonna put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left, right? So who the goats? Daniel 8:21. Who? Somebody said something? Yeah. Yeah. Daniel 8:21. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia. Okay? Of the Greeks. Alexander the Greek. Who was he? A so-called Caucasian. So-called white man. The first emperor of the Greek Empire. Alexander the Greek. You can read about him in 1 Maccabees, first chapter, the first verse on. So now, going back to Matthew 25:31, it says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. So he's going to put the sheep, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel on his right hand, and the goats on the left. So now, you got to look at these goats. That's why I be saying you Edomanites. Those that are westernized, those that have the mindset of Esau, including Esau, they're going to be set on the left side. Because they're going to fight with them. Think about it. They're going to fight with them. They're going to do everything they can to defeat Mashiach Yahushua. That's why you got to come with 200 million angels. If they're not all prepared to fight him. Now, think about it. He's going to be fighting all these nations. Then he's going to come and say, okay, to defeat all of them, you're going to put his sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left and looking at them. Y'all the ones that came against me. Y'all the same people that fought against me. So now, then shall the king, verse 34, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Now we know the kingdom, the Most High ain't dealing with every nation. As far as this be talking about on the right hand will be the sheep from every nation. Nah. Why? Get Amos 3:1 and 2. Amos 3:1 and 2. Couldn't be. Because he said this out of his own mouth. This is what he said. Amos 3:1 and 2. You got it? Go ahead.
Amos chapter 3, verse 1 and verse 2.
Right.
Hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's the Most High said all 12 tribes went into captivity of the Egyptians. The Hamites. We're Shemitic, they're Hamitic. We went into captivity. One dark nation took another dark nation into captivity. So what did he say to all of us?
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
They say, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Read.
Therefore, I will punish you.
That's why we went into captivity, slavery, and bondage. Read.
For all your iniquities.
For our iniquities. For our wickedness. Not following the laws of the Most High. So it's like, okay, well, if these nations just going to be grafted in, they don't have to go through no captivity, slavery, and bondage, they don't have to go through anything that we went through as a chosen people. They more chosen than us. Think about it. They dealing with all this idolatry. All the gods of the nations are what? Idols. So they dealing with all the things they dealing with right now. Some things that they dealing with that we ain't supposed to talk about. It's so wicked. And we see these things. All I do is turn on your television. You know what I mean? You see this. That's happening right now amongst us. Gonna get worse and worse and worse. And then they just gonna be grafted in. And just come on in. Nah. You gotta work, man. Everybody gotta work for this. This ain't nothing that's, it said the righteous scarcely shall be saved. So all of a sudden now they're not righteous at all, but they're gonna be saved? Does that make sense? It don't make no sense at all. Now go back to Matthew 25. Verse 34.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father.
Come, ye blessed of my Father. Who's on the right hand? The sheep. The lost sheep of the house of Israel. Come, ye blessed of my Father, of the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
From the foundation of the world. Verse 41.
Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire.
Say, depart from me, ye cursed, into what?
Everlasting fire.
Into everlasting fire. That's what he's saying. Read.
Prepare for the devil and his angels.
Right, prepare for the devil and his angels. Because the devil have children too. The devil do have children. Yeah. That's real. That's for real. Give me Matthew, the 13th chapter. Just let you know how this world is all twisted in their thinking and the way they think that you can just get with anybody, you can do whatever you want to do, it is okay with the Most High. Get Matthew the 13th chapter. Because we're talking about the kingdom of heaven. Read verse 24.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field.
So a man, this is the kingdom of heaven. And a man sowed good seed in his field. He sowed good seeds in the ground. Read.
But while men slept.
But while men slept. When you look at this. While men slept. Read.
His enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat.
So while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares, would be like weeds among the wheat. Read.
And went his way.
And went his way, just like they did when they brought in welfare. Kicked the man out the house. Came in and started having babies by a social worker. Just a case scenario. You know. Or our women get together with the white man. Especially, you know, Esau.
Sow the seed.
Sow the seed. You're looking at now people are asleep. Get hold that, get Isaiah 60 and 2. This is the problem with our people. While men sleep, while we slept. And a lot of our brothers and sisters are asleep right now. They're sleeping on this truth. And they think that they can do whatever they want to do and operate in this wicked kingdom that the Most High has allowed them to bring forth in the day of evil, and think that there's not going to be no judgment. They want to be blessed, but then it's not going to be blessed because of the way they live in their life, in the way they want to live, and not according to what they should be doing. I keep saying you can study to show yourself approved to the Most High. How you gonna bless you and you didn't care that much to study, to even be in this book, to know him? Read that. This is a problem with our people. That's why it says when men slept. Because we really sleeping. But read.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
See, darkness, ignorance shall cover the earth. Yeah, everybody slow down. They don't want to think. They want you to think for them. They don't want to use their mind. Just tell me, just tell me, just tell me. No, you're supposed to be thinking. Because there's going to come a time when you're going to have to think for yourself. Yeah. If you go down and you by yourself, what you going to do then? Oh, and you can't call nobody. Cell phones, 911 ain't going to be working. You hear the police, I ask them all the time, don't they? What you going to do when this stuff go down? You hear this racial wars, all this stuff go down? Are you going to do like they did in Louisiana? And go and make sure you go there and protect your family? They say yes. You know what I'm saying? They're going to protect and serve. And they say yeah. That's what they're going to do, just like they did in Louisiana. Seen that water pouring up like that? Get out of here. Show them we out. Gonna have them cats just like that Russian that came up to us. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. That Russian that came up to us yesterday. That's who's gonna be here dealing with the havoc. See how the spirit was? Wasn't like no everyday Edomite from here. In a different kind of spirit, boy. Right? Yeah, he had a different kind of spirit, boy. So read it from the top.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
That's why darkness in the dark, when you turn off the light, what you do? You go where? To sleep. You go to sleep. So darkness, ignorance, and people being stupid and not knowing what they should know because they ain't really inquired enough because of pride, envy, and jealousy, or whatever. Whatever means they just figure that they got to have enough to be able to make it to the kingdom. But they're in darkness, because it says, for darkness shall cover the earth, read.
And gross darkness, the people.
Gross darkness, gross ignorance, the people. Read.
But the Most High shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah, those that's going to be in the spirit. That's why he told Esau in Isaiah 47 and 5. This is what he said. This is why our people are lost. They sleep. Because they're following the vibration of the enemy that we were sold to in Deuteronomy 28:68. You're going to be sold to your enemy for bondmen and bondwomen because we didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. But read that.
Isaiah chapter 47 verse 5.
Right.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness.
You hear that? Be silent. That means shut up. Right? Shut up and get there in the darkness. Get you into ignorance. Read.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
O daughter of the Chaldeans. Read.
For thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
That's right. America's not going to be called the lady of kingdoms anymore. When you read that, the first verse.
47:1.
Yes.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
We know virgin daughter of Babylon representing Esau when you read what? Psalms 137, 7 to 8, 7 to 9. So, read.
Sit on the ground.
So he's telling them to be at a lower state. Because, you know, in the Webster Dictionary, it says they're the only neighbor of the Israelites. I mean, they said that they're Caucasian. You look up Caucasian, it says Caucasoid. A white person, you look up Caucasoid, it says a person that's below a subspecies of mankind. That's what it says. A subspecies of mankind. Someone that's below all mankind. That's what Webster's Unabridged Encyclopedia Dictionary says. Okay, so now, going back here to Matthew 13 and 24, give you a little bit of understanding of what it's talking about here. Read.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed.
So man sowed good seed. Let's talk about the kingdom of heaven. A man that sowed good seed, read.
In his field.
In his field. Come on.
But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat.
Yeah. Enemy came and laid with our women. Read.
And went his way.
And left. Went his way. Go ahead.
But when the blade was sprung up.
When the blade was sprung up, when the child was born, read.
And brought forth fruit.
And brought forth fruit. Woman had this baby, read.
Then appeared the tares also.
Yeah, then appeared these mixed children. Esau is the daddy. And our women, the mother. Read.
So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field?
This is talking about the kingdom of heaven now. Say, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Did you put good seeds out there in the ground? Read.
From whence then had it tares?
So where these babies coming out, they're calling tares. The enemy's babies. Because you are from your father's seed. You are from your father's seed. The man's seed. So how can you have these tares among us? Read.
And he said unto them, an enemy hath done
Who's
this.
speaking? Hamashiach Yahushua. He said, an enemy has done this. Not a friend, but an enemy has done this. Read.
The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
They say, should we go and gather all these mixed children? What they call mixed today. I just say mixed because you are who your father is. You know. They lay with our women. They're called tares. So they're saying, hey, you want us to go gather these tares up? But listen to what he said. It's a key right here why you don't judge by outer appearance. Read.
But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares.
You gather up the tares thinking that they're tare, read.
You root up also the wheat with them.
Also the wheat with them. You get some of the ones that's actually Israelites. But they going to assume that they're tares when they're actually Israelites. But listen what he says. Read.
Let both grow together until the harvest.
So what we're looking at, just the Feast of Tabernacles is what? In harvest time, in the autumn. So let all grow together until when?
The harvest.
The harvest. When he come to reap us from among all these nations to set up the kingdom. That's why we got next. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, go ahead.
And in the time of harvest.
In the time of harvest.
I will say to the reapers.
He's going to say to the reapers, who are the angels, what are you going to say?
Gather ye together first the tares.
Gather together first the tares. Remember, he's coming with 200 million angels. Remember, he's going to come with his holy angels? And it tells you 200 million angels in Revelations 9 and 16. So gather first these tares. The white man that laid with the Israelite woman, that's the tares. Well, however you want to put it, whoever lay with our women, that's the enemy, because we were sold to our enemies under all these nations. And they're the enemies of the Most High, most certainly.
Right.
In Psalms 83rd chapter, those definitely. Con? Yeah. Read that again.
Gather ye together first.
No, verse 30.
Let both grow together.
So let both grow together. Let them be amongst us. They're growing together. They're amongst us. Read.
Until the harvest.
Until the harvest. Until he bring forth the judgment with his holy angels. 200 million, mind you. Read.
And in the time of harvest.
In the time of harvest. Read.
I will say to the reapers.
Say to the reapers. That's what's showing you that everybody, no matter how you look at it, is not supposed to be together. And he's not going to accept them in the kingdom. What it says. Verse 24, and another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So, read on.
Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn.
Yeah. So you're going to burn the tares up. You got the angels come and burn the tares up. Why do you think you're going to burn them up? Why do you think he would come and burn them up? kingdom of heaven. Think. Why would he have them burn them up? Remember, he come with his holy angels. You had the angels, or the reapers, burn them up. Don't know? Think. You are of the man's seed.
They're not Israel.
No, they're not. You're right. They're not Israel. But we're talking about the kingdom of heaven. Why he said the kingdom of heaven is like this? Where they're not going to be able to go into the kingdom of heaven. Come on, that means they would have to keep on. Esau would have to still be having intercourse with our women to bring forth that same spirit on the earth. You understand spiritual things? I mean, it's like, that's real simple. You are who your daddy is. So that means in the kingdom, Esau going to be having intercourse with our women to bring forth those children back over and over and over again. He's cutting it out right there. He's stopping it right there. For all those that believe in interracial marriages. Read verse 37. Let my shaki to understand.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 37. He answered and said unto them.
Do y'all realize that you are your father's seed? So is Esau gonna be able to get with our women in the kingdom? No. Read.
He that soweth the good seed is a son of man.
He that soweth the good seed is the son of man. Read.
The field is the world.
The field is the whole world. Read.
And the good seed are the children of the kingdom.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom. Children of Israel. Read.
But the tares are the children of the wicked one.
Job 9:24 says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the tares are the children of the wicked one. Read.
The enemy that sold them is the devil.
The enemy that sold them is the devil. So y'all everybody got a problem with Esau being the devil. The devil, enemy that sold him was the devil. Right? Go ahead.
The harvest is the end of the world.
The harvest is the end of the world. Like we having a harvest right now. Feast of the Tabernacles. So the harvest will be the end of the world, read.
And the reapers are the angels.
So the reapers are the angels, like I told you. The reapers are the angels. Come on.
As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire.
Therefore, the tares, these babies are going to be born by the enemy having intercourse with our women and bringing forth these babies that the Most High through a Mashiach Yahushua through the Spirit say our tares are gathered, read.
So shall it be in the end of this world.
Yeah, these tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world, read.
The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity.
That's right. They'll put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. Same scenario. Y'all see that? Go to John, the 7th chapter, in the 37th verse. So he's not with everybody being together. That's why the Most High gave every man his woman. Every nation's man has a woman that represents his nation, to continue his nation. John 7:37.
St. John chapter 7 verse 37. In the last day, that great day of the feast.
And this is where we at. We're in the last day, the great day of the Feast of Tabernacles, which Mashiach Yahushua observed. Read.
Hamashiach Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me.
Right, he said, if any man thirst, let him come unto him. If you thirst, he said, let him come unto Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
and drink.
And drink. Drink this word. Read.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
That's right. You got to believe on him as the scripture has said. Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Read.
But this spake he of the Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive. For the Holy Spirit had not yet, for the Holy Spirit was not yet given, because that Hamashiach was not yet glorified.
Right, because the Holy Spirit came in Acts the 2nd chapter. So the Holy Spirit wasn't given as of yet. Because Hamashiach was not glorified. Very important. But look at Revelations 20 and 5.
Revelation chapter 20 verse 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Right. So some of the dead is not going to live until 1,000 years that Hamashiach Yahushua is going to come on this earth. Going to raise them up. After the 1,000 years is finished. So this is the first resurrection. You know, for them. Get Matthew 10. Matthew the 10th chapter. Look at Matthew the 10th chapter. Start at verse Start at verse 11.
Matthew chapter 10 verse 11. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy.
So when you go into a city, so you're supposed to find out who's worthy, who's a brother or a sister that's an Israelite. Read.
And there abide till ye go thence.
And there abide with the brothers, you know, that's worthy. And stay there, he's saying. Read.
And when you come into a house, salute it.
You come into the house, salute the house. You know, like we do the salute. Read.
And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it.
If the house be worthy, you know, righteous men are there. And women, let your peace come upon it. You know, Tabernacles. Akim, read. Read.
But if it be not worthy,
If it would not be worthy, read.
let your peace return to you.
Let your Tabernacles stay in your mouth. Stay in your spirit. Don't even salute it, read.
And whosoever shall not receive you,
Whosoever will not receive us, read.
nor hear your word,
Hear the words as you speak it spiritually. The words of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua that we read in this Bible, read.
when ye depart out of that house,
They don't want to hear the word of the Most High. When you depart out of that house, read.
or city,
Or city, read.
shake off the dust of your feet.
Shake off the dust of your feet. Now listen what he said concerning that place. That house or that city. What he said.
Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment.
Right. It's going to be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, also I destroyed 5 cities. Sodom and Gomorrah. The ruins are still here to be seen. It's going to be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment, read.
Then for that city,
And for that city. But people don't believe that. They don't believe that. Because they figure everybody the same. We're not the same, though. Ezekiel 16 and 53. Ezekiel 16. And 53.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 53. When I shall bring again their captivity, the captivity of Sodom and her daughters, and the captivity of Samaria and her daughters, then will I bring again the captivity of thy captives in the midst of them.
Right, man. You're going to bring them into captivity. Go ahead.
That thou mayest bear thine own shame, and mayest be confounded in all that thou hast done, and that thou art a comfort unto them.
Yeah. Look at our people, man. Think about it. Are we not a comforter to our enemies? I mean, $1 trillion a year, and we have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Except for our own pride that they have. We'll be a comforter to them, Reed.
When thy sisters, Sodom and her daughters,
When their sisters, Sodom and her daughters, you know what they were doing with Sodom and Gomorrah? All kind of wickedness. Plenty of wickedness, Reed.
shall return to their former estate.
They're going to return to their former estate. Where we at now in America, we can see Sodom coming back right here in America. Read.
And Samaria and her daughters shall return to their former estate.
You know, they was them 10 tribes, man. They made 2 calves. Jeroboam made 2 calves, and this is who brought us out of Egypt. Read.
Then thou and thy daughters shall return to your former estate.
Then we gonna return to our former estate. Man. Going back, hopefully, to righteousness. Go to Ezekiel 37. And you look at why we went into captivity. Why we going to captivity? Because we was righteous, right?
No.
Because we was what?
Rebellious.
We was wicked, rebellious. So our people are the same way now when you try to tell them this is the truth. They be rebellious. They come up with excuses, after excuse after excuse, not to do what the Most High said we're supposed to do. Point blank. Nobody can deny this. Jeremiah 37:1.
Jeremiah chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Most High was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Most High, and let me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
So, in the spirit, man, spirit of the Most High, rolling with the Holy Spirit, Ezekiel is. So he let him down in the valley full of bones, read.
And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
So dry bones. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Can these bones live? Read.
And I answered, O Most High Power, thou knowest.
So you know whether or not they can live or not. Read.
Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Most High.
So you got some dry bones. What is this scenario? Looking at, we already talked about this in one way, but this is another way that he's saying, he said dry bones. So what was the other way that we just said we are?
Darkness.
Darkness. Sleep.
Sleep.
While we slept, we were in darkness. Once you turn the lights off, what you do? Go to sleep. And that's what's happening. The light is not on us. We got to deal with that. Because get Proverbs 6:23, because he said, while men slept, because what are they doing? They following the way of the world. That's why I said you're going to put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. Those that follow the way of the goats, those that's in gross darkness, those are going to follow the darkness and not be in the light. Proverbs 6:23.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
So the commandment of the Most High is a lamp, read.
And the law is light.
And the law is light, read.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Reproofs of instruction are the way of life. But some people can't be reproved because they so wicked. You can't reprove them. You can't really correct them.
Uh-huh.
You can't instruct them because they're rebellious. That pride is a big demon that's circling this world right now, man, amongst us. That's something else. That pride demon, whoo, that's a big one. Satan got a hold of our people with that demon. And the Most High hates you. Because you say you hate a poor man that's prideful. What reason you have to be prideful about? Think about it. What makes you be prideful? What do you have? I mean, you know, some people don't even have their own house, don't have their own car. But you know, they do have a house and a car. How do it compare to the money like Oprah got? Magic Johnson. You know what I mean?
Well, when you say poor man, is he talking about material things? When he say poor man?
Poor, period. Yeah. Poor in the spirit, poor. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man. You know what I mean? But a poor man that's prideful, I mean, you looking at, we talking about conceited, they all that, and they just prideful. You know what I mean? Like you got people right now, they don't have nothing, they just prideful. You look at that word pride, go deep in depth of it. Because people, I don't care, you know, us guys, I mean, if you look at somebody, man, they real, how can we call anybody that we know prideful? I know a few people that are very, in my lifetime, I know a whole lot of people that's prideful. They ain't got a pot to piss in. Or they have whatever they have, but what difference do it make? If you do have a lot, what you gonna be prideful about? When you gonna burn in hell? The way most of us say he hate that. He hate that. But see, we look at the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of light. Reproofs of instruction to check you for being wrong. Read verse 24. So it say, for commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, so you out of the darkness, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. To do what? Because it's a semicolon right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it means it continues on to the next verse. What does it say?
To keep thee from the evil woman.
To keep us from what?
The evil woman.
To keep us from the evil woman. Read.
From the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Woo! He said to keep us from the flattery of a tongue of a strange woman. Read.
Lust not after her beauty in thine heart.
So the law gonna give us reproofs of instructions. So don't lust after her beauty in your mind. Read.
Neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
Yeah, she blinking at you and so forth, batting them eyes at you. That's all you gotta do is bat them eyes. It's a sign. Oh, she likes me. She wanna talk to me. Read.
For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life.
They'll be looking for it. They'll be looking for it, who they can get. That's why the commandments, reproofs of instruction, show you how not to have to deal with that, because you're going to think about what? The law. You're going to want to do what you're supposed to be doing that's right according to the eyes of the Most High. Right?
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Right?
Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned?
Woo. He said, can you go upon hot coals? Steaming hot coals and your feet don't be burned? Read.
So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife,
That's adulterous. Read.
whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent.
Can't be innocent. Okay? You're not going to be innocent. That's adultery. Now go back to Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel 37. And you can write down Baruch, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse, down to I think it's the 3rd verse 2. It's concerning the law. You've been illuminated by following the law. Continue. Ezekiel 37, start at verse 3.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O most high power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Most High.
So hear the word of the Most High. The dry bones. That's what? Sleep and slumber. Hear the word of the Most High. Read.
Thus said the Most High power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you,
Will cause breath to enter into us. Read.
and ye shall live.
We shall live. Read.
And I will lay sinews upon you,
That's the laws upon us. Read.
and I will bring up flesh upon you,
And will bring.
up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Most High power.
That's right. Verse 10.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
That's right. Exceeding great army. Verse 14, I smell of food. It's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Verse 14.
And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Most High, have spoken it, and performed it, saith the Most High.
That's right, man. So he's going to put his spirit in us, in the children of Israel. We going to live. Now he shall place us in our own land. Then shall we know that the Most High has spoken it and performed it, said the Most High. Get Isaiah 14 and 1. Isaiah 14 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob,
So he will have mercy on Jacob. Read.
and will yet choose Israel,
Always choose Israel. Read.
and set them in their own land.
And set us in our own land. It's like he just said. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with
So
them.
the other nation going to be joined with us. The remnant of the other nation going to be joined with us. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're going to cleave to us. They're going to want to cleave to us. Read.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
He's going to take us and bring us to the other nations, to our place. He's going to take us and put us in our land and bring these other nations. We're going to take them and bring them to our land. Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them
1/3 of the 12 tribes is going to possess these other nations, these heathens. Read.
in the land of the Most High,
The
Mashikawashai,
land that the Most High place us as the Israelites in. Read.
for servants
For servants,
and
for
handmaids.
men slaves and women slaves. Read.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
So we're going to take the ones that had us in captivity into captivity. Okay? Now get Isaiah 60, 21 and 22.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 21 and 22. Thy people also shall be all righteous.
Going to be all righteous. Only the righteous, on the right side. I mean, he's giving you hints. He's going to put the sheep way on the right hand, so all of you, the ones that's righteous, going to be on the right side. Read.
They shall inherit the land forever.
When he put us in our land, we're going to inherit the land how long?
Forever.
Forever. We're going to inherit the land forever. Read.
The branch of my planting.
See, the branch of a man's planting.
My planting.
So a man gonna say, leave America, come over here. Moses said, what?
My
He
planting.
said, the branch of his planting. He the one gonna plant us in our own land. Read.
The work of my hand.
Work of his hand. So any man that want to go against that, anybody want to go against that, then it's your hand. It ain't the Most High's hand. It's the work of his hand. Read.
That I may be glorified.
So the Most High gonna be glorified. So a man do it? No, he can't be glorified if man do it. He gonna do this so he could be glorified. Read.
A little one shall become
So
1,000,
a little one gonna become 1,000. Read.
and a small one a strong nation.
So I mean, we're gonna have a lot of children. Remember, the feeble gonna be as David. The little one shall become 1,000, and the small one a strong nation. Read.
I, the Most High, will hasten it in his time.
That's right. In his time. He's the only one that knows, right? Get Acts 1 and 6. But they asked him that. Mashiach Yahushua died and rose on the third day. Walked the earth for 40 days. And they asked him this question. Read that.
Acts chapter 1, verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Mashiach, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
I said, hey, let you know that the kingdom is coming to who?
Israel?
To Israel. They asked him. Man, you been here, you here, man. You been here a month and 10 days, man. Come on, man. You here 40 days, man. Are you going to now return the kingdom to Israel? Read.
And he said unto them,
That's what he said.
It is not for you to know the times or the seasons, which the Father hath put in his own
The
power.
Most High has put it in his own power. So let's get Revelation, the 20th chapter. And start at the 12th verse.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High. And the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life.
Right. So the book's going to be open, which the angels are recording everything that we do in our life. And another book's open, was the book of life. And we hope that we do enough works that our names be put in the books of life. In the book of life. Read.
And the dead were judged out of those things which are written in the books,
So we're going to be judged by the things written in the books. That's what you have done in your everyday life. Read.
according to their works.
Yeah, according to your works. Read.
And the sea gave up the dead which were in it. And death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works.
That's right. Every man going to be judged according to his works. We get the dead people from everywhere. But you know what? Get some more that's get some dead suckers. Look at some more dead suckers. Because they dead really. Get 1 John 2 and 3.
First John chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments.
Yeah. Hereby we know that we know the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, if we keep his commandments. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments, right? Jump down to verse 8.
Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you, because the darkness is
He
past.
said, the darkness is past to the one that's righteous. Follow the laws of the Most High. Read.
And the true light now shineth.
And the true light now shineth. Read.
He that said he is in the light and hated his brother
He that say in the light and hateth his brother. Read.
is in darkness even until now.
So now, one way that they made us be in darkness through that Willie Lynch letter. Right? So it's still in effect. They said it might be a whole lifetime. They might work for a whole lifetime. And we can see it in effect right now, during this time now, with all the divisions and so forth that's going on.
Okay.
And they said that they're in the light, but they ain't in the light. And remember, you're going to set the sheep on the right hand, the goats on the left. He that said he's in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now. So, I mean, that's when I say Edomanize, you truly are Edomanize, because who he told to get in the darkness? Esau. He told Esau, get you in the darkness, sit you in the dust. So, and then you look at how knowing the future, talking about the elite, they know the future. As for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. So, when you following the way they have, the vibration that they have in this world against us, when they used to have to come around us and just peep us out and see what we're doing, because we were together. Our minds were on the same page. So they infiltrated, whatever, always in slavery, you know what I mean? They always have somebody coming in infiltrating, seeing what's going on, peeping out there, whatever's going on, see what they can do to be able to stop us from being together. Now they don't have to. We so divided, just naturally just operate in that type of madness. Because he's telling you in darkness. And he told Esau to get in the darkness. So you follow the same tradition as Esau have set up as the devil, knowing he had a short time. So he got many tactics that he's operating to work amongst us. Things to detour you from keeping the Sabbath, you know, and make and justify not doing what the Most High say we're supposed to be doing from generation to generation to generation. You find people justifying what they're doing, that's off. Read. Where you at? Verse 10.
He that knoweth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
That's why we gotta love our brothers, man. We have, if you don't want to stumble, then you care about your people. You love your brothers, right?
Okay.
If you don't, I mean, it's got to be shown though, because you know it's like you're looking at stumbling. Why I can't come? Why I can't get this? Why I can't do this? Because you stumble because you're not abiding in the light. You ain't really loving your brother, like strangers. We go out there, we always dealing with strangers. When they show love, we definitely got to show love. They know who we are, we definitely got to show love. They got to know that we out there because we there for Israel. We there for our people. Before we start teaching, whenever we're not teaching, whenever we out there doing what we're doing, we represent a culture. We represent Israelites. People look, hey, they do like that. Pass you by, they see, hey, what's up? Israel, what's up? They know. Now it's not like we in no corner. So people know him. Remember the cat came out there, I'm out see you on Hollywood, man, again, man, what's up? You know, they be doing that. All the time doing like this, you know. Because they see it, they have to feel it. You got to love your people. Mashiach Abishai loved us enough to die on the tree, man. Shed his blood for us. Most High loved us enough to send a Mashiach Abishai to shed his blood for us. And here we are not loving each other. That's why I say they're in darkness. They no different than Esau. That's why they stumble. And they ain't stumbled enough yet. That's why most I say you're going to acknowledge me in your offense, in your affliction. To acknowledge your offense, how you offended the Most High in your affliction, you're going to seek him early. Read.
But he that hated his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness.
That's right. He that hated his brother is in darkness and walketh in darkness. Remember, the angels are writing everything down, read.
And knoweth not whither he goeth.
Don't know where he really going. Just going through the motions. Read.
Because that darkness had blinded his eyes.
And that's why he's stumbling. Because darkness done blinded his eyes. You know, it's sad because it should be nothing that we should detect that should stop us from following what the Most High said we're supposed to be doing. But they love their job. They love the people on their job. They love the people in the hood or wherever they at, right? And those people people are what? Are they spiritual or are they worldly?
Worldly.
They're worldly. Jump down. That's right. Jump down to verse 15.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Yeah, it say love not the world, neither the things that's in the world. Read.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Anybody love the world, the love of the Most High is not in them. Shoot. Give me 1 John 3 and 10. But remember it said that the tares came from the enemy, from the wicked one. Then it said the devil is the one that made the tares. Read.
1 John chapter 3, verse 10.
Right.
In this, the children of the Most High are manifest.
Just the children of the Most High manifest, the children of Israel. Read.
And the children of the devil.
And the children of who?
The devil.
The children of the devil. Read.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of the Most High.
See? Whosoever do not do the righteousness, keeping the laws of the Most High, and the testimony of Mashiach Yahushua, of faith in him, going to the Most High on our behalf, is not of the Most High. Read.
Neither he that loveth not his brother.
So you don't love your brother, you the children of the devil. Point blank. Read.
For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another.
That's right. It's the message that we heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Go back to Revelation 20. Let's wrap this up. Revelation 20 and 12.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works.
Right. So you got the books. That's what everything that we do in our life is being recorded, and you have a book of life. It's going to determine whether that you're going into everlasting life. Read.
And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works.
Right, every man will be judged according to his works. So you got men, a whole lot of us died in the sieges from the slave trade. Read.
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
See, death and hell will be the last thing destroyed. Death and hell will be cast into the lake of fire. Read.
This is the second death.
The second death. After 1,000 years. Read.
And whosoever was not found written in the book of life.
If your name not found written where?
In the book of life.
The book of life. Read.
Was cast into the lake of fire.
And you cast into the lake of fire. Burn, baby, burn. So that's what we want. We want to make sure that, we rehearsing the righteous acts and we doing what we're supposed to be doing. So that, think about it. If something happened right now, and all of a sudden we go to, like you told us, in how we gonna have the new moons and the Sabbaths, which are holy convocations, and we gonna have all these things. And we already doing these things, so it should be nothing that should be foreign to us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because we're already doing these things.
Right.
So, but some people is gonna be like, I ain't want to do that, because they don't want to do it now. How they gonna all of a sudden, their spirit gonna change, like the Most High gonna make their spirit change, where they're rebellious against Him and the things that we're gonna do in the kingdom, they're rebellious against it now. All of a sudden, boo-ah, the Most High gonna boo-ah. No, it don't work like that, man. Because everybody know, you know what I mean? It ain't like something foreign to everybody. These things are gonna grow and grow and grow. So that's what we working for our names to be written in the book of life. For real, right? Because in 2 Corinthians 5 and 10.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he had done.
It says, according to the works, he gonna break it down. Because we all gonna meet the judgment seat of a Mashiach Yahushua. So everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done. Read.
Whether it be good
Whether it be good, read,
or bad.
or bad. That's it. that sums it up, right? Sums it all up right there. So,
in between.
Huh?
Ain't no in between.
in between, right? That's right. Either be good or bad. All right. So, are there any offerings anybody have today? And we do need your donations for those that are online. We still out here doing this work. It costs money to be able to do all the things that we do, and going to different places, teaching our people and reaching out to our people. Like I say, flyers, and people always want literature. They want whatever they can have. We want to give them CDs and DVDs. All of these things cost money, so we can use your contributions. If so, you can send it to Shield of Wisdom at P.O. Box 20012. That's Shield of Wisdom, P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801. 90801-3012. You can use your contributions, your tithes and your offerings in. Alms take away a multitude of sins. You give to take away a multitude of sins. So, without further ado, let's send the prayers up.